I'm locking my door at night. I'm not sure who I can trust. Say's been giving me strange looks too. I might actually change the lock. I don't care anymore. I just don't care. I have to see Danica. I have to. She's with two others near the hangars, and I'm stuck here in medical. Two rifles taken from Maloney and Bird, and a laser scalpel. That's all we have to get there. Sadie keeps fighting me on this and making excuses. She's starting to piss me off. Has that idiot forgotten where we are? But the Groom Lake is now a freaking hunting ground, and my sister's in the middle of it? I don't fucking care if they don't come with me. I have to see my sister. I have to know about Danica. I heard on the radio a day ago, so I know, or I heard her on the radio a day ago, so I know she's still alive. She has to be hiding. Danica was always better than me at hide and seek back at home. It took hours to find her. Once, Mom sent a search party for her, and she'd been hiding at the bottom of the garden, tucked inside a dirt hole where Dad was planting beets. She's hiding. She has to be. Sadie is causing problems. If she won't come with me, I guess I'll have to make her come along, whether she wants to or not. Well, that's good.
I think I found the crew.
Are they also bloodied up, like the guy under the floor?
You could say that.
Oh, they're all blood.
Not sure how many people I'm looking at. But it's like something from a eugenics wall painting.
Try to push through, John. A few decks below, one step at a time.
Dude, he's gonna have to have a therapist for like ever. Sadie A. Callister. I thought that becoming the new head medical tech on this deck would actually improve things. By the way, Xander, are you still here? It's like being thrown into a lion's den. The lockdown a few months back was a pain, but these inventory discrepancies are a real problem. And then, yesterday, the systems went haywire. First thing Erica does, of course, is call up her little sister to make sure she's okay. I suppose I can understand that. I just wish that, well, I wish she'd ask after me sometimes, too. Yesterday, during the power outage, I was locked inside a storage room for 2 hours, but Danica's fine, of course, so who cares about me? I was only trapped in a product storage room, with only plant cultures and human limbs for company. I took a look at them, actually. It's part of my job. With the plants, anyway, and I had to do something to keep my mind off things. Good specimens, all of them, except samples 99D, E, and F. I couldn't for the life of me work out why the samples were this badly mutated would be permitted anywhere near the greenhouses. These are recent, too. Dear God, what imbecile in shipping sent these to storage? Kane's hydroponics have the strictest quarantine regulations in the galaxy, punishable by losing your damn job. It's just that new section of... It must be that new section a few floors down. They've got all kinds of fools on the payroll. You know, I usually like to spend time in the greenhouses, but I swear something's going funny with some of the new crops. Erica said I'm probably just imagining it, but I had a whole batch of brassica growth cultures thrown out the other day, showing signs of what looked like Dutch elm disease. How's that possible? I'm going to submit a report. How I'm supposed to explain to Dr. Milan and the board that we have mutant cultures in storage and perfectly good crops with extinct diseases is another matter. Erica's lost her damn mind. I'm scared out of my mind right now. She's dragged us on a fool's errand across the ship to look for Danica. I tried to tell her how I saw one of those things wearing Danica's face the other morning. Oh God. It makes me want to puke just thinking about it. It looked like a deflated balloon as it scuttled up the walls. I swear Ingracia fried it with a bolt, but we can't be sure. He's a psychiatrist, not a soldier. But then again, are any of us soldiers? Erica seems to think that we're in the Marine Corps, waving around that rifle with a crazy look in her eye, threatening to kill anyone who disagrees with her. Erica, I told her, you are a nurse. God, I barely recognize her anymore. What happened to my best friend? What happened to the girl from Stokely, Mississippi? I don't know who Erica Boxer is anymore. Erica died this morning. My friend is gone. One of these horrific things tore her spine out of her body right in front of my eyes. I must be one of the last ones alive. Not that I've got long. I'm infected with something. I can feel it. I checked out the hydroponics lab this morning. It's a wreck. I could have told them, anyone could have told them, that trying to breed a new fungus to kill the old one would be disastrous. The rest of it won't budge. I've tried tearing it away with the laser scalpel Erica gave me, but it did nothing. Zip, zilch, nada. What doesn't kill it really does make it stronger. I'm going back to retrieve Erica's remains later. I know she died a crazy one, but she was my best friend. I still love her. Well, shit. Shit, guys, that's some heavy conversation. Am I able to do anything with this? Hmm. Is that where I'm telling you to go at all, dude? There's a portal. How exactly is there lightning going on anyway? Oh man, he's gonna have a hard time with this room.
Serotonergic receptors are present in your principal vascular system.
What's that mean? Am I gonna go insane like those other people?
Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at Kane security employees will not be tolerated.
Well then, no profanity? That's a little Orwellian. Oh, PDT, personal data tag.
Her back. It's been cut open.
Of course! They must have manually removed the PDTs. That's why the security systems were reset in medical.
Oh, the bodies. The bodies in the crew quarters, they were skinned. Creatures were using the PDTs to move through secure areas.
Must have realised what was going on.
So for me to get to the lower decks,
You have to remove your tag.
remove?
Perhaps electric shock. No, that wouldn't work. John? This is the only surefire way.
What are you saying?
The surgery pod should already be programmed to remove it.
Well, it didn't work out so well for this poor woman.
It's the only way, unless you space jump between deaths.
This is surgery.
John, prep the pod.
Alright, I'm gonna save in case there's a way to fail at surgery, because that sounds like something you can fail at. What do you bet, guys?
What is not properly prepared for the selective program.
This is a friendly reminder that thought crime does not entail death. This is a final request for Ripley B. Unit to report to Communications Alert 18.
A new year for the chief surgeon and a new year for the staff on the medical deck. I have to think of it that way, or it gets rather confusing. Staff on the medical deck now consists of 3 extra sections: cybernetics, tissue regeneration, and for some reason, medicinal hydroponics. Yes, it may be medicinal, but as I told Dr. Milan, they are still plants. I do not wish to seem ungrateful. It is Kane Corporation who opened so many new doorways for me, and who redefined the frontiers of medical. And redefining the frontiers of medicine for us all. As a man who served as a apprenticeship on the battlefield, elbow deep in the blood of innocence, to see the sort of deserts and war-torn villages reborn as images of nirvana is a privilege, and all thanks to the sciences of Kane. And yet it's hard to understand why, on the Groom Lake, so many departments are being forced to share their resources like this. I hear our budget will be up for review soon, and the chances of us getting an increase are slim. I shall try to remain positive. Can't read what that says on the side. It's got a chemical down here, though. It's got hydroxide ion over here, nitrogen, and 3... It's some sort of carbohydrate chain, I guess. I don't know my chemistry well enough to tell you what that is. My goodness, a 300% budget increase? I have not yet been able to even imagine how helpful this financial windfall will be. Dr. Milan assured me that a sizable portion of this budget will be applied to Project Seed. It makes our work that much more essential. We'll order new equipment and new samples, although I don't totally agree with the ethics of Dr. Milan's acquisition of volunteers for the surgery and testing. The leaps and bounds we've made in our research more make up for the rest of it. Is it wrong that we must test the limits of morality for the greater good? I'm a surgeon who has seen many awful things in the blood-soaked abaters of the Pangea Wars, so perhaps this should be second nature to me, but I don't recall agreeing to the use of children for testing. I went to inspect the stasis tubes at the request of my chief nurse, and found that there were several children, some as young as 9 years old, awaiting processing. Children? I was shocked and appalled, and demanded an explanation from Dr. Milan. Edward Jenner had to test vaccines on children to see if they'd work, he said. I knew the story. What medical does not? Jenner injected infected purulent exudates into the child's arm, which must have seemed which must have seemed callous disregard for a child's life. And yet it saved the boy. That is how he convinced me. We are at the frontier of sciences. Chances must be taken. I do not always feel comfortable with the ethical choices, but his logic is sound. Research is too valuable for us to let a few more qualms get in our way. I feel that my decision to become a surgeon with Kane Corporation is not quite as simple as I thought. The first casualties of the infection spreading across the ship came to my lab, where we had to set up a quarantined operating room. I had to get my hands on the patient for the first time in years. The flow of blood, the cutting of infected tissue, using my specialized tools, God forgive me, but I enjoyed it. It's impossible to explain the adrenaline rush from playing God in such a way, of having the lives of so many on the verge of death in your hands. I felt it on the battlefields, and I feel it now. It's not the beauty of birth that moves me, it seems, but the pungent stench of death. I thought I joined Kane Corporation to save my soul. Instead, it was to slake the thirst of the beast in me, whose jaws slaver at the scent of blood. I am ashamed. How could I not have seen it? Those awful life forms are disgusing themselves as us, inside us. They wear our skins and our PDTs, which explains how the security systems cannot detect them. If I didn't already know where those creatures came from, this would perhaps be less frightening. But they've learned the vile abominations. Abomination. What a word that is. It appears to summarize what we created in our hubris. We have created evil. God help us all. Can I take these? No, I cannot. Huh. What's the other way? Is there another way? Oh, yeah, there was another way over here. I was like, I swore there was another direction.
Formed the womb. Oh, never again. It crawled through the night, and then they crafted their eyes and tore through my skin. Oh, never ever, never again. They came for our mothers and then for our queen, scratching the guilt and eating their sin, changing God's work, a seed to begin. We burn them with fire and kill them with men. Let us remember, never again.
There's a lot of audio going on in that room. Is this the force field? Well, it is a force field. It is not the force field.
It doesn't work like that.
What doesn't work like that? What are you talking about? Oh, I have to hit a button. I thought it was just informing me the force field was off. Hey, there we go. Oh, man. Well, I wonder what that chemistry says. Oops.
Tia, a survivor.
Is someone alive?
Not exactly. He's in stasis.
It can be dangerous to wake someone from stasis without the proper procedures being followed.
So who the hell woke me?
Forget him, John. You need to think about the mission.
Okay. Am I able to take that? It looks like something I should be able to take.
It doesn't work like that.
Well.
Another body. Two.
Be still, my beating heart. I saw the most divine creature in hydroponics. She's friends with that nurse, Erica. Erica gives me the evil eye, but Sadie is just a divine thing. Curves in all the right places and the face of an angel. I keep trying to come up with reasons to visit the medicinal hydroponics section. She never sees me, though. I'm not trained medical staff. Alright, back to this. Those soldiers in recovery rooms give me funny looks if I am at the window trying to get her attention. I have to find a way to speak to Sadie directly. I've seen her head to the decontamination room. She seems to go there after every shift. I might try to strike up a conversation by one of the machines, maybe offer to buy her a drink. I'll do it tomorrow. Or maybe the day after, because tomorrow I've got a double shift. Still, it takes a brave man to work on unknown sciences in the bosom of the cosmos, doesn't it? Like the jocks back at school would ever be able to do what I friggin' do. I risked life and limb to repair essential electronics, and that takes courage. I may not be a soldier, but I think I have the right to call myself a man of courage. So here's May. May is when there was a shutdown. What's with the shutdown? Jesus, 9 days now? So May 11th was the start of the shutdown. As far as I can tell, it was the 11th of May when everything started getting shut down. I've been trying to get through the surgical pods for a week. I gave up going to hydroponics to see Sadie after they started restricting access to unnecessary personnel. Oh wait, what's this? Just a second, guys. I gotta pause. I'm hooking up for an earpiece because Nightmind is going to be doing a thingy, and I want to be listening to it. So if I seem distracted, that is why. but I can't miss Nightmind. This might be a place where I have to pause depending on what's going on here. 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna pause for now.